Hello folks, it's Gary JSF, out on a little test ride. I am on a Tracer 9 GT. There's no luggage on it at the minute, but everything else as would be. And this has electronic suspension. It has quick shifter up and down, and things that I personally don't think's needed. I suppose this electronic suspension would be great if you had a passenger on the back where you could adjust it from the dash or things like that, but I don't think it's really needed. A quick shifter up and down, I don't think it's needed in this style of bike. It's it's more leaning towards touring, but it is quite compact compared to my Africa Twin. It's compact, but it's not uncomfortably so. Clutch is nice and light, gearbox nice and positive. Only one problem is I'm wearing new boots today, so they're stiff as get out. So so that's not helping with my gear changes, keeping them smooth. But there we go. So 3-cylinder, 900cc, somewhere around about 900. It's lovely sound. A triple always is a lovely sound. Seems torquey enough, has plenty of go. Seems tight handler as well. So going to take it up round one of my favourite roads for a test ride, up round by Kearns Hill direction, not Bragan direction. That would be my favourite for it. But it's not overly firm. The suspension set in one of the less aggressive. Well, it's one off the top, the aggressive firm setting, so it's one off the top, and that seems great. It has loads of information on the dash, 2 small TFT screens, but can be seen well enough even with my eyesight. Eyesight of a man that is 50, I can see it just the best. Gives you trips, air temperature, coolant temperature, fuel consumption, what settings your traction controls in, the setting your heated grips are in, all those things. So we'll see what it's like now up around this. It's not Bragan Road, it's quite a tight wee road, and it can be a lot of there can be a lot of loose surface at times, but we'll see. Hopefully it's well scrubbed and nice and clean. Well, that's the dash there. Everything you need. As always, these Tracers, I had one before, 96 one, I think it was the first one of the first ones into the country, and it was easy in fuel and plenty of go, good handling thing. But these boots are let me know they're new. Yeah, that thing's sharp. Plenty of feedback from that. You know exactly what the wheels are doing underneath you. Again, there you go. There's gravel in the middle of the road. Yeah, plenty of go. and it's very flickable. The Africa Twin's great, but a 21-inch wheel doesn't give you a great deal of feedback, or it doesn't make it particularly flickable either. But yeah, this is more leaning towards sports bike. Brakes are quite good. Time for an overtake. Now that is quick. I don't know what horsepower this is, but it's certainly a lot more than my Africa Twin. Yeah, precise handler, plenty of go. And certainly comfortable enough. Say it's a bit more sporty than the Africa Twin, but it's not that tight that it's uncomfortable. The switchgear looks quite cheap, and it did on my previous one. It didn't look so wonderful, but it certainly didn't give any bother. And with the quality feel of the Honda one and my Africa Twin, the starter button actually did need taken apart and cleaned with contact cleaner. So yeah, well, maybe just the look of it doesn't give it all away, because it might look cheap, but I'd say I never had any bother with mine, but I did have with the Africa Twin. But it wasn't a big problem, but it made the Africa Twin hard to start. But say it looks that wee bit cheaper than the Honda stuff and the BMW stuff, but I think it's alright that way. Now I've put the screen on the higher setting. It seems it gives you any god's amount of wind protection. It's super, and no buffeting. For me, gone are the days of laying over a bike, where it would be where you would have drop bars, clip-on bars. That's gone for me. I'm not for sitting up from now on. I'll say this is comfortable enough. The pegs are quite high, but not sports bike high. But that engine is particularly smooth now. The first generation of these, the motor did seem quite raw. And okay, when you do push this, it does feel a bit more raw, but on gentle, even throttle, it is silky smooth. But when pushed, you do feel that bit of rawness in it. But then again, is that not part of the experience of a motorbike, where it does feel raw? Up coming front wheel a little bit. Definitely feeling quite at home in this bike. I certainly would be a contender to challenge the Africa Twin. Now it does feel that wee bit more raw than the Africa Twin. The Africa Twin silky smooth, but then it is only it's a twin. One thing I really do want to see what it's like in traffic. people always, when the road test bike, want to see how it handles and on twisty roads and how it accelerates and brakes and all. But the amount of times you find yourself caught up in traffic, and you're faffing about in traffic, and that's where I find the Africa Twin great, in traffic, where you have to sit up behind cars and you on low even throttle. But this seems to be, we're sitting 30 odd mile an hour here, and it does seem really nice. Sixth gear, again, a multi-cylinder over a twin. You can drop into the top gear that bit earlier, which I quite like. Okay, it's not going to set the world on fire when you open the throttle, but that's one thing I do like. Okay, quick shifter. Just come to a roundabout, and that's down, and it flips the throttle, matches. That's smooth. That is smooth. Little green light in the dash tells you when it's ready to go, and you just keep her at it and click the gear. I have to say, it's something I've never used, but that works. That seriously does work. 70 miles an hour now, absolutely no buffeting, well protected, not fighting no wind, and it's a breezy day with crosswinds. The bike's sitting stable. Right, that's sixth gear, 35 miles an hour. That's pleasant. Yeah, plenty flexible for traffic. Say sixth gear from, well, wait till the traffic gets down to about 30 miles per hour. That's 31 miles an hour. Putting sixth, lovely. Yeah, that's good enough for traffic, and it is definitely a consideration when you're buying a bike. What is it like in traffic? Say with you sitting upright, it's still pretty good. Good thing, practicality wise, it comes with a centre stand. I think most bikes should come with a centre stand. Nice light controls. The motor sounds busier. That's because I'm used to a twin nowadays, and the motor sounds busy. But it's not. It's if you were coming from a 4, you would find this very relaxed. Because when I had this, the other one, I came from a 4 to the triple, and you find it more relaxed. But because I've been on the twin, it does sound busier. Coming up there, I went up the quick shifter, but with not big revs on it, and it felt harsh. Now, when big revs on it, yes, it is, but moderate revs, now it did give me the green light to use it. So it mustn't be doing it any harm, but it did feel a little harsh. But the downward one, that's excellent. That's really excellent. Just at any speed, that downshift is absolutely excellent. Right, we'll just try motorway speeds now. Yeah, it feels quite busy. to the bars. A few other mirrors, that's good too. Whoever's been on this before me has them set just perfect. But absolutely no fight for wind, no buffeting. Plenty of engine braking. When you're used to a twin, you could use the good engine braking. That's not too bad. Certainly retains a lot more engine braking than a 4. Okay, to sum up this Tracer GT, so a little bit more raw than my Africa Twin, but it's flexible, reasonably comfortable. It's now, I'm feeling the seat a wee bit now, but reasonably comfortable. Plenty of wind protection. There's a serious amount of go in it for a 900. Really is a serious amount of go, and has that wee bit of torque. Being a triple. Plenty of gadgets on it too. The quick shifter, I really thought it wasn't necessary, but the more I use it, the better it feels. So it's one seriously good bit of kit, especially the downshift. The downshift is just fabulous. The upshift is okay. It comes into its own more when you're giving it plenty, but it does show that you can use it at lower revs. But it's more jerky. But if you're on it, giving it some, it's fabulous. But the downshift is, no matter what speed you're doing, the downshift is really, really good. So something I didn't expect to like, or again I thought it was unnecessary. Probably is unnecessary anyway, but it is so much better than what I thought it would be. Flexibility, great in traffic, great for throwing about. Really quite an all-rounder. More of an all-rounder than my Africa Twin. The Africa Twin is more focused to off-road, which I never use it on. Again, I have road tyres on it. So, but on the downside is buzzier. There is a bit of a tingle sitting. Well, allegedly at 80 miles per hour, there's a bit of a tingle comes through the bars, and if you're on the motorway, that's when you do it. You can feel that tingle. That is the only downside that I can see. But as it goes, it's that it is a good bike. Adjustable front screen, adjustable seat. There's 2 settings for the seat. I think maybe about 8 settings there for the screen. The screen does a good job. Some of the information on the dash is a bit small, but it's not stuff you're using all the time. It's just like for setting up your traction control, your modes. and heated grips, so they're a bit small. But the important information is all there. It's good. So, oh no, now, will I buy the bike? I will wait until I ride my Africa Twin home before I would make a decision. And then we'll see what the finances would be on it. But probably not. I'll probably stick with the Africa Twin. Africa Twin's just such a great bike. But you never know, he might offer me some stupendous offer that I can't refuse, and yeah, that would be it. But definitely has given me an option. The Africa Twin is getting on a wee bit. It's now 4.5 years old. But on saying that, what a great bike. So, watch this space to see whether they're bad. Would I recommend the bike? Yes, I would. I really think it's a great bike. It has enough go to offer anyone a bit of sport, and it's comfortable enough to tour on, and it's got all the gadgets you would ever need. So yes, I would recommend the bike by far. It's for an all-rounder. It's not going to be a sports bike for everyone, you know. It's but if you wanted to do everything, that's the best option. So for now, thanks for watching. It's Gary JSF. Going to sign off, and thanks so much for watching. And if you're considering the bike, hopefully this has been useful. And if not, if you're just a matter of interest, thanks for watching, and take care, and hopefully everyone's okay. Bye for now. Gary JSF signing off.